action. This is the Alta Mesh jacket from REAX. I'm Duke.
And I'm Jim.
And this is Moto Gear Review. The Alta Mesh jacket. Jim here's gonna run us through the specs, and then we're gonna talk about his likes and dislikes. Jim, take it away.
So this jacket is a size large, fits me true to size. That's what most of my jackets are. This has a 600 denier main chassis with 980 denier reinforcements in the impact zones. This was $250 when it was available new from Revzilla Cycle Gear. It is now no longer in production, but they do have the Alta 2. I paid $206 for it because of the RPM discount. Thank you very much, JP Cycles and Revzilla and all them. This comes with CE level 2 armor in the shoulders and elbows. It does come with a waterproof liner. It has YKK zippers all around, and it has a waterproof phone pocket right up front.
Water? What's water?
All right, Jim, who's gonna use this jacket?
So this jacket is primarily for sport or naked bike riders. So sport riders, naked bike riders are probably gonna...
What are you even doing?
Like the video.
Subscribe to the channel.
It's a one click.
It's right
Don't be
there.
lazy. Just subscribe.
Come on.
All right, Jim, tell me what you like about this jacket.
So it depends on what bike I'm on, but it does have a very comfortable fit for a more aggressive riding position. So if I'm on something like a sport bike, my naked bikes, it does just fine. Having your arms bent, duck down, there's no discomfort, even with the armor in it. I usually run a back protector all the time. Never had an issue of the jacket getting too tight or anything like that. It has been tremendously sturdy. I've taken off-road spills in this thing. I've commuted in it. I've done trips in it. I've kind of used it for an all-purpose jacket quite a bit in all kinds of warm weather, as you can smell.
It smells like
Tell.
it. Yeah.
And it has absolutely nothing wrong. Every zipper functions perfectly. The Velcro tabs are still very strong. They hold on really well.
So that's a big deal. I really like zippers that hang on. It usually tends to be, I'm trying to zip this up, the failing point of jackets, which is like just puts it in the graveyard after you lose a zipper. And for this thing to have the zippers hanging on after being off-road and on the road and riding through the grime and everything that we do, it's impressive as long as you've had it.
And we've actually had to do paperclip repairs on one of his jacket zippers on a trip far away from home.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that sucks.
It does. So another thing I love about this jacket is the amount of airflow that you get through this is incredible. It has gigantic mesh panels across the entire front of it. There's mesh panels on the insides of the sleeves, and you can just feel that air flowing all the way up your arm. It's not so tight that it kind of cuts off air. It does allow air to flow through the chassis, out the back. As you can see, well, Duke can see, camera is not gonna be able to tell, but it is quite see-through.
Yeah, I can see right through it. I was holding it up to the light because I can just see the light coming right through it.
And this gigantic mesh panel back here just absolutely lets a ton of air flow straight through the front, right out the back, takes out all kind of moisture and everything, and it just does a really good job at cooling you down. Another thing I like about it is the amount of adjustability in most parts of it. It has these tabs on the sides here, so you can snug up your waist if you need to. There are snaps on the insides of the upper arm, and that just helps tighten down that elbow armor a little bit, or you can tailor the fit to you. I really like that aspect, and these snaps are just as strong as the day that I bought the jacket. They haven't weakened or anything at all. And even when my arms are moving, if I'm leaning down or getting up, the snaps don't come undone. They stay really secure, and I've had that problem on other jackets, but for $200, this one has had tremendous,
impressive.
Just it's really durable. These snaps, the zippers, everything. And one small thing that I really love about this jacket is something that I haven't seen on a whole lot of them. There's a little clip in here, and what I use it for is holding onto my earplug container, but you can put your keys on there, anything that you don't want to fall out of your pockets. I always carry a rag in my left-hand pocket, just so I can wipe off my face shield if I get some road debris, some bugs, all that kind of stuff. And if I'm digging around in that pocket, I've lost earplugs before, but being able to clip the little container in there has proved really useful.
Or if you carry a little glasses case, some of them glasses.
That too, if they have the little tethers on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hook it on.
did we talk about this waterproof pocket? I remember you mentioning it to me.
So that, I've only used it a handful of times. Normally, if I'm riding in the rain, I either have Gore-Tex gear or my rain suit to throw over everything. But I have been caught off guard several times, and I've shoved my phone in here, ridden, an hour, hour and a half back to the house, and my phone was completely dry by the time I got there, even in a torrential downpour. Here in Tennessee, we got some wacky weather, and you get rainstorms out of nowhere sometimes. And I have been caught off guard by them, and my phone has been kept perfectly dry the whole time.
So it's a
Good.
pocket on the inside, left side of the chest, and it's waterproof. Zipper, as you can see, is waterproof. So that's a pretty neat feature to have on such a breathable jacket. I think that's a good bonus because this is something you're going to wear when it's warm, which means you're probably going to be okay with it raining on you, but you really don't want your phone getting wet. I've killed enough phones in the water to know that I don't want my phone getting wet. Tell us what you don't like about this jacket.
So it is a nitpick, and it's only for certain sets of gloves that I have, but these wrist cuffs are non-adjustable. So once you close the zipper to tighten them down,
Yeah, I see.
If you want to cinch them tighter, I don't see why you would, because they're already pretty small in the wrist, but there is a Velcro tab that goes over the zipper. But really, if you're wearing gloves that have any kind of cuff that goes past your wrist, it just kind of interferes with the jacket, makes it a little uncomfortable. That's, like I said, not a huge, kind of bugaboo, but it is something that I notice while riding. I mean, if it's really hot out, I'll have the zippers undone, the bottom of the sleeves open anyway to get just a little extra airflow up. But just something that I noticed, cooler mornings when I got the jacket fully zipped up.
What else you got?
So, unfortunately, this jacket has kind of a problem with an upright seating position. So if I'm on my Tracer 9 GT, I'm a little more upright, the bars are up and more forward compared to when I'm in a more aggressive position. With the shoulder armor in it, it actually cuts into my shoulder so much that it impedes a bit of blood flow, and my hands end up going numb after about 15-20 minutes, which is not a whole lot of time considering most of my rides are usually an hour or longer. So that was kind of a big deal once I started riding my Tracer around a lot more. It was very uncomfortable.
So the way that it fits you, it wouldn't be good for like a sport touring?
No, so sport touring, adventure bikes, anything kind of upright. Especially if you're on a Harley or something, with higher bars.
Yeah.
I could see that definitely becoming a problem for you. And I don't know if they fix that fitment on the new jacket or not, but it does look almost identical to this one aside from some color changes.
Okay, any other dislikes on this jacket?
So I'm a stickler for safety ratings. I research them, I look into them, I expect to see them, and this jacket is not certified in any way, shape, or form. It does look like a fairly strong jacket. I mean, it's double stitched. The denier numbers are good enough to where it should survive a pretty decent slide. It's just not proven that this jacket will actually handle that. So that's something that I look for, and it's just not on this particular jacket.
And even just looking at it, I can see that these are double stitched, but even my pants right here are triple stitched. And so in the event of a slide, without proper testing to know things like this might fail, and while the material might be good enough, the jacket could just fail you altogether because it just tears apart instead of holding together as you slide. So that is a pretty relevant thing here.
And one last nitpick, the zippers, while they have not failed at all, and they still function exactly as they did the day I bought it, they are very small, and they're extremely hard to grab with a gloved hand. Even with my summer gloves, where they're real thin, I have good dexterity, they're still very difficult to grab a hold of. Getting into my pockets is also very difficult. If I'm on the move, I have to pull over, take a glove off just to get something out of the hand warmer pockets or to adjust the wrist enclosures. The only one that has a tab on it is the actual main zipper. That's very easy to grab a hold of if I need to unzip a little bit to get some more airflow through, but I would have liked to see at least a small rubber tab or something on the rest of the zippers to make them easier to maneuver while you're actually on the bike and moving.
That'd be helpful. And maybe a little bit bigger of the tabs, I think, because these are about an inch long or so. Maybe do 1.5 inches. It would still be
even a little more
grab
material.
You're right. is that a wrap on all your likes and dislikes on the Alta Mesh here?
That about does it.
Thanks for watching our review on the Alta Mesh. Hey guys, thanks for watching our review on the Alta Mesh jacket from REAX.
I'm Jim,
I'm Duke.
and as always, ride safe.
Live free, ride hard. Mesh video.
Subscribe.
jacket. Like.
How do we do? Do like the wave? Be like, you wave your hands over and then I'll follow right.
Wait, we gotta do the spin too.
It's like a bad 80s movie.
Here it goes. Subscribe.
Like the video.